brand new Era Wrestling Television Champion, David Michaels. And David, what a great night it was for you. I know this is the point that you were working to get to be the champion, and went through a lot of adversity to get there. But David, everybody in those stands were behind you 100% tonight.
Hey, everybody in that stand stayed behind me. That's the only reason I got this belt. And Payne, he's used a cane on me. He's even broke my finger. And I proved to my fans that I would come back tonight and I would work for this belt. If it wasn't for them, I would have never had it.
Now, speaking of people getting behind you, shock at the end of that match, I know for me and I know for the people that were here watching the show, Jeff Collett comes out and helps you actually, become the champion. And I didn't know what to think when I seen Jeff come out, and I know Paul Buchannan didn't know what to think. They actually jumped Jeff there at the end, and you and Jeff wound up, getting an altercation with his guys. But what was going through your mind when you seen Jeff grab that cane away from Payne?
I didn't know what was going to happen. But he came out, when he grabbed the cane, I didn't know if he was going to use it on me, Payne, or whoever was out in the ring. That was shocking for me too. But I had to focus on Payne. So I done my job with Payne. And then he come over and shoved my hand.
And put the belt on you?
And put the belt on me. I appreciate Jeff.
Well, David, we really appreciate you coming in here and doing this interview with us. And once again, congratulations on being the new champion. Hello, welcome to Era TV, everybody. Daniel Terry here with you.
John Diamond.
Along with John Diamond, as always. And we saw at the top of the show, John, very happy David Michaels, the new television champion.
I'm ecstatic.
Well, why wouldn't you be? Not like it matters to you anymore.
Payne should be champion.
Well, he's got a rematch clause coming up, so maybe he'll be able to get a rematch. Well, we know he will. We know he'll get a rematch, and we got some big things on the horizon. Draven Lee's
going to have to wait.
Scheduled to get a big TV title match as well. But folks, of course, we touched on the open of the show. David Michaels. I'm very happy for David. I'm sure he's going to be a great television champion. What else we got going on in the show tonight, John?
Well, we've got a match. James Cole with Mr. Paul Buchannan taking on Caleb Courageous.
I'm looking forward to that. We don't know a whole lot about Caleb.
No, we do not.
Spent most of his career over in Middle and West Tennessee, and then finally getting him over here in East Tennessee, and looking forward to that. And he's taking on a tough competitor in James Cole.
And you always got Paul Buchanan to watch out for. He'll be in Cole's corner. When that happened?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. How'd that come about? That something kind of got sprang on us. I know James pretty good, and didn't know he was in the market for a manager.
I guess Paul has a lot of money.
But anyway, let's stop talking about it. Let's take everybody to the ring. Okay, and John, this week a newcomer to Era TV, Caleb Courageous, taking on Paul Buchanan's new stable member, James Cole.
We're 20 seconds in, and I'm already tired of seeing Paul Buchanan.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, I would tend to agree. Paul making himself quite a nuisance here
recently in area wrestling.
Well, that's what he's good at.
But here you see Caleb Courageous taking over with a side headlock. And Cole doing a good job getting out of that, John.
Yeah, he did. And good headlock takeover. And Curly's checking him out. Make sure he don't tap
John,
out.
come on, man.
He looks like Curly.
Well, that's folks. That's Jason Fox. He's new official here with Era Wrestling, and here you see a big leapfrog from Caleb.
Well, he can do all the leapfrogs he wants. I'm still calling that ref Curly.
Why are we picking on the ref this week?
I'm not
John?
picking on him.
Call the match, man.
Hey, I'm calling him. I'm calling him like I see it, and I see Curly. Big elbow.
And well, we got. What was that?
It looked like a fist drop.
Yeah. And
Curly's on the case.
Yeah, a 2 count. John, come on, man. But anyway, we don't know a whole lot about Caleb. Spent most of his career in Middle Tennessee, I think it was, John.
I don't care either way.
Well, you know, you got a job to do. You're supposed to care. At least give the folks at home some entertaining play-by-play for the match.
Well, I mean, aren't they being entertained by Paul Buchanan's antics at ringside?
Don't worry about Paul Buchanan, man. He's doing what he thinks his job is. You do your job.
I'm doing my job. I showed up.
Here you see James Cole. Got the chin lock applied. Looks like Caleb's about to make his way out there. You see a couple of elbows, 3 elbows.
That's a good thing he fought his way out of that, because it's hard to wrestle a match when you can't breathe.
There you see some forearms.
Ooh, big knees.
And, yeah, double knees, yes, that looked good. Caleb on the offensive here.
Oh, grinding his face. That's just taking the flesh off his face.
And a drop kick right
huge.
to the side of the head. It looked like he hit him in the temple there, did he, John?
I think we need to see a replay of that here in a second, because that looked awful.
Well, now let's see if we can't see that again. Well, here it is.
Yep, here he
we
is.
go.
Different
yeah,
angle.
It was right in the temple. Yes, it was. And here you see a belly to back. And Caleb going for a big pinfall right here. He may have him. Nope.
Curly's on the case.
Come on, John.
That's an eye gouge right there.
Yes, it
right
was.
in the eyes.
And maybe a little something he's picked up from his new manager, John.
Well, Paul's got to be good for something.
I know that you'd never had your guy do something like that.
No.
A good snap suplex right there by Cole.
Those aren't the fastest counts, are they?
Well, I'm going to tell you something about our new official here. Mr. Fox has got a steady pace. He always does the same count. I like it.
Well, you would. Think he's going for another chin lock here. He really don't want Caleb to breathe, does he?
Well, I don't know. That may be a... Jason may need to get in there and check for the choke. That looks awfully deep in there to me.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a choke there. Boy, you wouldn't think James Cole would choke somebody now, would you?
Well, he hired Paul Buchanan for a manager, so I don't know that I'd put anything past him at this point.
And he's been throwing around eye gouges. He's fighting out of it, though.
Yeah, Caleb's coming back.
He got the fans behind him.
What
What's
do we
this?
got right here?
Oh,
man,
back of his head.
What would that be considered? A neck breaker?
Neck breaker, skull breaker. I don't know.
No idea what you call that, folks, but I don't know how James Cole's even moving around.
Well, better him than me.
And went for the enziguri and missed it. And what do we got right here?
I don't know what kind of submission this is. He's kicking him in the back of the head.
Idea. He's really going after him right here, and he's trying his best to get to the ropes.
It looks like he's wrenching the arm and the leg simultaneously. He got the rope, though.
He did.
Curly's on the case. He's breaking the hold.
Come on, John. And here you see the hold broken. Both men back to a vertical base. Cole right back on the offensive. Looks to be setting him up, maybe, I don't know, for a suplex. He tried to suplex the man outside the ring.
He ain't
Here
trying to
comes
hurt him now,
Caleb
is
back
he?
in. Here we got a sunset flip. What do we got right here? No,
No,
not
no.
like this.
Cheating as always. That's what Paul Buchanan's good for.
James Cole, the winner this week, folks.
Paul Buchanan can't let somebody have a win without interfering, can he?
Well, I tell you what, folks, there you seen a big win for James Cole, but also a great debut from the new guy, Caleb Courageous, having a good showing.
Did Cole really need Paul Buchanan?
Well, I tell you what, folks, he helped him win, but James Cole's a great athlete. I don't really know why he hired on the services of Paul Buchanan, but
I'm sure he made him tons of promises.
well, now, I'd say he did, but let's talk about what else we got coming up this week in the show, John.
More Paul Buchanan?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know what happened.
Well, we had our president of the board of directors, J.J. Wendell, come in and say, Paul, if you want time, you can pay for it. And boy, has he ever. He's stacked up on us this week, hasn't he?
We've got a match coming up next. Jordan Christopher taking on Jeff Collett.
Which I'm looking forward to, but John, I tell you what, Paul Buchanan, I don't know what's going on, but we're going to get to see him a little bit more this week too, even after this match, aren't we?
Yeah.
Folks, we're going to break away and get you up to the ring.
Great. More Paul Buchanan.
What's going on this week? Did Paul Buchanan buy the whole program, or?
I'm starting to think he did. He took J.J. Wendell to heart. He said to buy airtime. Apparently he did.
Well, and here we see John, a veteran in the ring, Jeff Collett.
By veteran, you mean old, right?
Come on, man. Guy's been around all over the Southeast. He knows about the wrestling business. He knows how to do it. I just can't figure out why in the world he's got Paul Buchanan in his corner.
Didn't he team up with Stan Lane once and managed by Jim Cornette or something?
Yeah, but why are you name dropping?
I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question here.
Oh, yeah, I think he did there at one time.
Well, here's the question now. If he's so great and seasoned and all this, why is he not in the ring? I mean, Jordan Christopher's in there waiting. He's ready to go.
I don't know. I would be in the ring right now. But he's got his own game plan. I'm assuming that Paul had something to do with it. I guess they're wanting to slow the tempo down because obviously by just the visual, you would assume Jordan would have the speed advantage.
Well, he does. But, Jeff has the experience, Jordan has the speed. Which one's better?
Experience and size, no matter what anybody tells you, is always going to outweigh very fast.
And see right there, he could have, instead of muscling out of the headlock or reversing or something, he runs to the ropes.
Well, he's not. I guess the game plan is he's not wanting to expend any energy that he doesn't have to.
Well, it makes sense, but was it his idea or Paul? Because you can see Paul out there screaming stuff at him the entire time he's in there.
Well, now we should probably point out Jeff Collett been in the business quite a bit longer than Paul Buchanan has. Paul's been in the business, 9.5, 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, he's coming up there close to 10.
And there's, I guess you would call that a snapmare.
Yep, and I call that jumping jacks.
Yeah, jumping jacks, trying to stay fit.
That's how you win matches, jumping jacks.
I tell you. But Jeff Collett he's a seasoned veteran, folks, and I'm gonna tell you something. You can't ever let your guard down with a guy like Jeff because he knows all the tricks.
Well, the question here is, did he
There
arrive
he said, drop toe hold into a front face lock, John.
Did Jeff Collett arrive to the show in a DeLorean? Because here he is, looks like he's from the 80s, dressed like he's from the 80s, and he's done calisthenics in the middle of a match. See? Prove a point.
So, they only exercised in the 80s, or what are you saying?
Well, calisthenics is big in the 80s.
Right there, another big arm drag. And Christopher is having a pretty good showing again this week, John. Now, we've seen Jordan Christopher have a great showing against, television champion Payne, too.
Yeah, he did get a TV title match once. But see, I think Jeff here, he's just underestimating Jordan.
And Jordan looks like he's pumped up right here and he's ready to go. What's he going to do? I thought he was going to get after old Buchanan there for a minute.
I think Paul did too, because he was running.
And
old Jeff is wobbly leg.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. He's on spaghetti legs right now. He better get his bearings, man, because I don't think Jordan really mind win one by count out.
I wouldn't recommend mentioning spaghetti. Deathstalker might show up.
Well, yeah.
Did he just smack Jeff in the face?
Oh, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
Doesn't seem like a great idea.
No, and, for Paul, you got to think that Jeff Collett's probably out of his stable, his crown jewel. I mean, he's had a lot of issues with Deathstalker. And I know we got to see, of course, he hired on the services of Cole, but Jeff's the guy that you look at and think, this guy's got the potential to be the champion.
Well, Jeff's proven himself. Cole has yet to do that. He hasn't had a chance, really. I mean, he's had, one match under Paul's leadership. Deathstalker, you can't lead Deathstalker.
Well, how much do you think it's affecting Deathstalker that Ravenous is on the injured reserve right now? A guy that he's ran with for so many years.
I don't know. You really can't tell what's going through his mind.
Here you see a pinfall attempt by
But
Jeff
his shoulders
Collett.
up so the referee would not count.
And a good arm drag right there, John. And I tell you what, Jeff's really not taking advantage of the size difference that he has right here. I don't feel like he is. What do you think?
No, he's not. Right now, he's just in defense mode almost.
And
arm drag reversed.
Man, I tell you what, this match is arm drag central, is it
Yeah,
not?
it is.
But here you see Jordan once again in control. And I'll tell you what, guys, this young man right here, he's looking great. Each and every week we see him grow and improve and just keep getting better and better. I think this kid's going to have a great future here in air wrestling, John.
It seems like Jordan Christopher, win, lose, or draw, he comes out of the match ahead because he learned something.
Well, he's, right now in his career, 2 years, you're like a sponge. You're absorbing everything that you can. You're trying to learn everything that you can, and getting in the ring with guys like Jeff Collett, guys like Payne. That's what he's going to do, is learn how to be a better wrestler.
I got a tight full Nelson on there.
That's a move you don't see a lot anymore.
He's fighting out of it.
Yeah, it looks like he's had a little bit of experience with a full Nelson. I thought maybe he might have been in a little more trouble when Jeff put that move.
Oh, arm drag. That was a hip toss, wasn't it?
That was a hip toss. Yeah, you're just getting used to arm drags, I guess.
They've been doing a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of arm drags in this match. Here we go to an arm bar. And Jordan,
he's staying on the wing of that chicken, ain't he?
Yeah, Jordan, I tell you what, man, he looks like he's got a game plan. He's focusing a lot on the arm, seems like.
Yeah, but his game plan didn't include get poked in the eyes, did it?
No, well, it never does. And it certainly didn't include this either, John. I'm telling you, man, I tell you what.
You can't be real surprised that Paul's cheating.
No, that's what disgusts me the most, is that it isn't a surprise. Here you got, you know what, I don't even think Jeff even seen Paul do that.
I don't think he did either.
Here you got Jordan's in some deep, deep trouble right now, folks.
Does he have any eyes left? 'Cause I think Jeff pulled them out by now.
Here you go, snapmare, and he goes to a chin lock. And Jordan, he's hanging in, man. He's trying to stay in this match. But Jeff Collett, I tell you what, he knows what he's doing. He is. He's getting out of it.
Turned it inside out.
Wow. And there you see a little bit of that size advantage.
But he only got 2 count. I mean, he kicked out.
Well, I tell you what, man, Jordan Christopher's he's just a step away from being a major player here in air wrestling, John. You can see it. You can see how much fight he's got. Look here, he fights right back to his feet again, and
Bet he got his eyes gouged.
yeah, irate. And
Right over the top.
I don't know
And
why.
there goes Paul.
I don't know why Wendell Cochran didn't disqualify the man right there. That was, unless he was trying to rule something about the momentum to carry him over. I don't see how he would rule that. That probably should have been disqualification.
Probably should have.
And that definitely should have, what Paul was doing.
But it doesn't count if he didn't see it. And Wendell did not see that.
Well, it happens, folks. If you're a wrestling fan, you know you see it all the time. The referee can't be in two places at once. He's only got one set of eyes.
Well, that's probably more than Jordan has at this point.
There you see an elbow to the back of the head. Folks, that move right there doesn't look like much. I'm sure to a lot of people at home, you can take an elbow to the base of your skull. That's a rough move to take.
I mean, that could cause
Concussions.
Brain damage, and mess with your spine, everything.
Here you see Jeff using the ropes, and that's something you see a veteran do that you don't see a lot of rookies do. They utilize the ring as a weapon. You see that all the time from people
Big
like
cross
Jeff.
body.
Yeah, I can't believe he pulled that move out, John.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, he was just, you can tell he's still trying
Oh, right in the back.
Oh,
Paul
man,
just hit him with a
come
cane.
on. Come on. What's going on here?
I don't think Jeff's happy.
Are they arguing?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised. I would have assumed that Jeff would have just pinned the man, but
Oh,
and he
big
give
back
him a
break.
backbreaker, and well, here we got 2 and a 3, and I don't know, man. That was actually a really good match. I don't understand why the man had to do that.
He's not happy with Paul, though.
He's not happy at all. Well, stay tuned because I got an interview with Jeff Collett coming up next.
Paul Buchanan, not happy with you right now.
Paul Buchanan is not happy with me right now. I'm not happy with Paul Buchanan right now. Look here, I've been training day and night and day, the morning to noon, the afternoon, the evening time to get me a title shot. I've been wanting a title shot. I've been standing in line for a title shot. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if he's using me as a stepping stone. But Paul Buchanan, you bring your army on, you bring your boys home. Because right here's where the war starts.
Finally, Era Wrestling has a photogenic segment on this show. A man of my grace and beauty and wit and wisdom is hosting his own segment on this program. And we're going to start by exposing Era Wrestling's conspiracy against me. Alex Jones couldn't blow the lid off of something this big. I have documented proof that someone got in Jeff Collett's head. I don't know who it was, but someone was sending him communications, filling his mind with these lies and this nonsense about how I was ruining his career. If it wasn't for me on June the 9th, he would have lost to a rookie. A rookie! Over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to lay out for you everything that has come to pass and everything that shall come to pass. And Era Wrestling has not begun to see the ramifications of their actions taken here against me. J.J. Wendell being named president of the board of directors is a direct slap in my face and an insult to anybody with any common decency. He has no business being on any board of directors. The only board he should be in front of is the parole board, because the man is a criminal. He's been a criminal for years, and today he is making decisions that influence my career. I have done terrible things to that man, but not one of which he didn't deserve. And it is someone's sick joke to put him in charge of my fate the fate of James Cole and Deathstalker. But don't think I'm stopping with those two. There will be more. And for making me have to pay for my own segment, ERA Wrestling, you haven't even begun to understand how badly you will pay.
Well, John,
Jeff is not happy with Paul.
no, Jeff Collett's not happy. And folks, we showed you that match from June the 9th, and it was a big win for Jeff Collett. And of course, everybody wants to get to the winner's circle. That's where the money's at.
Right.
But I think Jeff Collett's getting a little fed up with Paul Buchanan, and we know that for sure because we saw what happened later that night, didn't we?
Well, some people want to win. Well, all people want to win. But some people want to win themselves. They don't want someone else to win it for them. And that's what Paul's been doing. He's been robbing his own guys of a chance to win a match.
Well, and it's obviously been translating to no title shots,
Yeah.
which is why every wrestler joins Era Wrestling's to, at this present time, become the television champion.
Exactly.
Now, I touched on it just a second ago. We saw later on that night Jeff Collett not being pleased led into David Michaels becoming the television champion.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's another thing that got under Paul's skin. Not only did Jeff turn his back on him, but he helped David Michaels when he was in need. I mean, he helped him. Toward the end, he helped him against his own guys. I mean, he fought against Cole and Deathstalker.
Well, yeah, leading into that, I don't know that Paul even cared that Jeff pulled the cane away from Payne. I think it actually would have played in to Paul's benefit if Jeff would have faced David for the television championship rather than Payne. I think
Oh, yeah.
that's actually a better matchup for him. But to do what Jeff did afterwards, Paul's irate, and we seen just how irate he was. Unfortunately, we got to see the debut of Era of Injustice. What you think about that?
Well, I like it seeing him mad, but I dislike seeing it. So, what are you going to do?
Well, not much we can do. The order laid down by the president of the board of directors, Mr. J.J. Wendell, and he says Paul Buchanan can buy time. He can buy all he wants of it. And folks, unfortunately, myself and John in the same boat as you are, not enjoying seeing those segments, but not a whole lot we can do about it. But anyway, let's remind the folks next week, join us again for Era TV. And we're going to try next week to bring some light on Harley Stone, what's going on with him. I got some word from the office today that there had been a little bit of information filtered in, and hopefully next week we'll be able to get everybody up to date on what's going on there, John.
Well, hopefully. I mean, we're kind of in the dark right now. It's a big mystery.
Yeah, but for John Diamond, I'm Daniel Terry. Good night, everybody.